All right, so ladies, a lot of men had this question. They've asked women this 1,000 times and brought it to my attention. They wanted to know, what is it about y'all women when it comes to men that make money? Would you rather prefer a man that worked 16, 18 hours, you didn't see him all the time, but he made a lot of money, he was bringing home the bacon and whatever? Or the dude that doesn't make as much money. He might be stacking boxes at UPS or, the mailman, and not making all that much money, but he's a family-oriented guy. He's there for the kids and you when it comes to picking the kids up from school or taking them to daycare or running to the park, playing with them, kind of taking a load off your back. Which would y'all prefer? And when it comes to that man, is it the money you looking for? It doesn't matter. As long as he's making some money, he can, I don't have to see him all day, or the family-oriented guy. So y'all go ahead. I want to know how y'all feel, ladies. I wish I had some tea.
Well, I kind of like I like the hard-working man only because I'm a little different. But there's a certain attraction in a man who has decided to say, hey, I'm going to work hard and provide for my family. I think that it requires sacrifice when you're trying to build towards something. So if he's working 16-hour days and we can see the fruit of his labor, I'm about that life. Like, I work just as hard and, it's teamwork. So for me, I go with the hard-working man because I'm like, I want you to work just as hard as, raising our family and all those other great things. So
now, I'm gonna throw this in there. But when a guy might be working 16, 18 hours, there's certain things as a woman having a career and having that family that it becomes too much. Now, me and my wife, we don't have kids, but we discuss when we do have kids, and she be like, well, you better help out. You better be there to do something. So I know that although a man might be working at 18 hours and he's making money and he's devoting time toward his career, that you might, as a woman, be like, well, look, I can't be washing clothes and have food cooked when you get here and this, that, and the third. So then what?
Well, again, it would be a balance for me because I work just as hard. So I wouldn't be looking at it like, well, you're just working all the time. I would have things going on too. Mm-hmm. So because I wouldn't be just sitting at home just doing laundry and picking up kids, I would expect to be working or building or working towards something. So as long as we're working together.
But y'all can work in the dirty clothes. Ain't been washed.
Oh, he making that kind of money. We got a maid. It's all good. Like, we got a maid on payroll. Like, if he like that and our money long like that, we got, everything will be taken care of in the household.
Jeffrey on deck, right?
Right.
I'm on the opposite end of that spectrum, especially with me having smaller kids. I'm all about family time because when your kids are small, they need that because you're building them for their future. Mm-hmm. And 16 hours a day, that's not cutting it for me. One, I'm a businesswoman, and I'm pretty sure my guy is that way too, but there has to be a downtime. Mm-hmm. If you're doing 16 hours a day every day or 5 days out the week, where's our time at? We're going to end up turning into business partners, and that's not going to work out because women need compassion. How are you going to show me compassion when you're working 16 hours a day and when you get home, you're probably just going to take a bath and go to sleep? That's not going to work out. Somebody's going to end up cheating. Somebody's going to get neglected.
Like somebody like you.
No. Let's say if I was the person working 16 hours and he's the guy who's working at UPS, he has a set schedule. No, we need time together. And I think that's what happens to a lot of couples that end in divorce because they don't have personal time together.
I don't know if your question is clear then, because if the situation is on the other foot and she's making good money and working 16 hours, I'm not working. I love to be a stay-at-home dad. Yeah, for real, like I'll be a stay-at-home dad like tomorrow. Like I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, baby, you want to get your coffee ready before you go home? I'm going back in the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Work like that.
I'm just saying though, everybody looks at it differently. You understand when you're a guy, we live in such a chauvinistic world. Even your question is kind of biased because it says a woman has the opportunity of shutting it down and making a decision because this guy got to work to get money to do his thing. But, on the flip side, man, it ain't a whole lot of guys get them kind of choices. I bet you, man. And she making that money? Man, please. I'm not working at UPS no more. Oh, no. But I take the kids to school. I do some of the stuff that, maybe... I think it's still important. I'm not saying what you're not saying is not important. I'm just saying that, hey, it shouldn't be. I thought the whole question was supposed to be if a person working this hard, they're making this kind of money, you just not seeing them a lot. Are we talking about this person makes kind of money? They're actually providing.
No, I'm talking about you're not seeing them a lot. So them being at 16 hours a day, how you what? That's
Working.
8 hours. They gonna sleep what a good 4 to 6
Hey.
of that.
I'll be alright.
But for 10 years, or while
10
y'all
years,
raising
but
kids.
you know. Yeah, that's
But I'm saying though, it's
But
guys
I mean,
out there. It's guys.
right.
Let me cut you off. But it's
Right,
guys out there
right.
that's like, look, babe, like you want stuff. I gotta work to get it.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm the same way.
And doing that, they putting in all these hours, and now the woman feels like, okay, well, we're losing somewhere. Like Dominique says, okay, well, with the small kids, they need attention. She needs attention. If you come home from work 16 hours, although you thinking as a man, well, look, I got to bring home, I got to do what I got to do. She like, well, ain't no time for me. I'm sitting here waiting for you to come home.
But if she a rider,
Right,
she
but
understand.
I don't like that word.
But
I'm not a writer.
right, but I think ultimately,
Dating, okay, just going to the writer side. Dating a hustler, you know that they have odd hours, they're making money, but the woman is being neglected. And let's say she's a writer and she puts in all that time. Okay, I know he's working his craft, he's doing his thing, but at the end of the day, she's not being fulfilled. You know, it's an issue. It's an issue. I don't want to be somebody's rider, and then when they get on, they leave you for a white girl. No,
I go
I don't
back to her. Man, if you're in a good relationship though, like I mean,
make a way. Like
yeah, I'm just
see because we throwing in other factors into the question. So
right.
I'm just gonna paint my perfect picture.
Go ahead.
Okay, because he can work 16 hours. He can work 20 hours of work. But you know how we be sneak on Facebook and sneaking on in between, and you got a lunch break and all. I'm coming through on your lunch break. You know what I mean?
Everything.
It's so many ways.
And I just
to
gonna
make
say the
it work,
same
and
thing.
he's-
Right.
And just because he's working those 16 hours don't mean he won't take the initiative to be with the kids.
Right, I would say the same thing because I
He
work
might put in
at night and do
overtime
the same
just
thing.
when he come home. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he might, you know, I know I've been working, but
And
you
he'll
gotta
know.
worry about
That's
that.
what I'm
You
saying.
ain't gotta worry about that. You know, I'm gonna take care of this tonight or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right.
still be what
Real
you
man, a
need.
real man gonna be that
Right,
way,
he
and that's what I'm
gonna
saying.
be
Right,
I
but
know.
it's a balance because I'm talking about long term. Because if you're dealing with, let's say your husband is or wife is in corporate America and they're actually doing those 16 hours a day for 6 months out the year, that's a lot of time. But if you're building, let's say we're trying to save it for a house and he's doing this for 3 months at a time or whatever, that's understandable because we have a goal, we're getting things done. But for a long period of time, I know I can't handle it because I know there's a certain amount of attention I need, and I know it's a certain amount of attention my family needs. And I don't think that, it's not acceptable to me. So I would rather pick the UPS guy because I know his schedule, we know our schedule, we can plan around that versus corporate America, you on call all the time. Because I come from a salary world. I know how it is when I have to get on the computer from 12 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning and then go do my regular job. That drains you. And if you don't have somebody pouring back into you during those times, it can get exhausting. That's where nervous breakdown, that's where neglect comes in. So I know I couldn't handle that from a guy doing that a whole, that's their job.
Right, and those differences is why we talking about it.
You
Just
saying
because y'all
you saying that money won't clear that neglect up. Cause see,
Oh no,
I done
because
seen.
I done been to
I'm not saying, but I'm saying that everybody I think have had certain levels of seasons of when they were, financially stable. My issue is though, I know for a fact it's tough in relationship. But the biggest issue in relationship a lot of time is the chick don't feel she want to go out. She's like, I'm tired of just doing this. We don't have no extra money. So I know the other side of it where it's tough because there is no money. I mean, it's only Applebee's Monday after 9.
After 10.
You know what I mean? So for, even for women, there's a side of them saying, man, I want to dress up. I want to get fly. Like I want to go out with, I want to express this love I have for you, and to not have it, that's neglect too. I mean, I know for a fact people in relationships say, man, I'm sick of eating chicken wings in front of the TV. Like, I really want to get out of it. Like, that's a big deal too. And so there's always the issue, like, what you gonna do? Like, this job, how long you gonna, that question ends up coming up. How long you gonna stay at UPS? You told me you had dreams, and then you done been 2 years. And so I know the pressure from a guy side of it. Well, I do it right now. I work during the day. I work all night as well. But I'm the guy that know, oh, okay, my daughter, like, Daddy, you can do it. I know those certain times, like, hey, listen, let me go ahead and plan this, blah, blah, blah. Because you know that they still need that effort. And not at the end of the day, of course, they would love to see you more. But I'm the guy that says, me sitting around with y'all, ain't no money coming. We just looking at, we can have fun all we want to and have a good time. But ultimately, the things I know you really want, I think from a man perspective, I think I think you're right. I think there's a balance, but man, I'm telling you right now, I'll speak for a whole lot of men. Man, if you making it, man, I take the kids to school. I mean, that kind of what? Right now, we open in the morning, baby. Yeah.
So again, viewers, we need to know how y'all feel when it comes to the men working. Ladies, we need to hear y'all commentary. We had some great commentary from the ladies, different perspectives and opinions on if they prefer that man that's working all day, all night, all day, all night, but not having that time to show affection toward them or the kids, or help with the house responsibilities or whatever. Or you have that guy who is there, but is just not able to do too much. Y'all eating chicken wings and whatnot.
Every night.
In front of
How you want
TV.
your wings tonight?
Yeah. So it's another Red Box night, baby. Yeah, it's another Red Box night.
Red Box and wings, man.
Hey. So y'all leave those comments, like, comment, share, continue to subscribe, and we're gonna be out, man. It's Male Translations, and we'll see y'all again. Peace.